I'm not the greatest, I'm the double greatest. Not only do I knock him out, I pick the round. Muhammad Ali. This is a man who started his career as a boxer that was then paused by the Vietnam War. But this did not stop him. He made a huge comeback and was known as the best boxer in the entire world. The life of Muhammad Ali is quite the controversial topic. While I personally haven't heard too much about him, nor pay attention to the news, I researched him quite a bit. Muhammad's life has three parts of which I will talk about. His early boxing career, his career being put on hold by the Vietnam War, and then his huge comeback and what they call the fight of the century. Ali was born in Louisville, Kentucky, and was named after his father, Cassius Clay. Standing at 6'3", Ali had a highly unorthodox style for a heavyweight boxer. Rather than the normal style of carrying the hands high to defend the face, he instead relied on his ability to avoid a punch. In Louisville, October 1960, Cassius Clay, his father, won his first professional fight, and after this, his fighting career never stopped. So his father being so into boxing is what started Ali's career and his interest in boxing. In Ali's first amateur bout in 1954, he won the fight by split decision. He went on to win the 1956 Golden Gloves tournament for novices in the light heavyweight class. His career only developed and got better from there. He showed at an early age that he wasn't afraid of any bout, whether it was inside or outside the ring. At the age of 12, Ali discovered that his talent for boxing. Started working with Martin to learn how to spar and soon began his boxing career. In the year of 1964, Ali failed the armed forces qualifying test because of his poorness in writing and spelling ability. Even so, a couple years later, in 1966, he was approved and was reclassified to 1A. But he refused to serve in the United States Army during the Vietnam War as a consensus objector, saying war is against the teachings of the Holy Quran. He refused to respond to his name being read out as Cassius Clay, stating, as instructed by his mentors from the Nation of Islam, that Clay was the name given to his slave ancestors by the white men. By refusing to respond to his name, though, his personal life was filled with controversy. He was essentially banned from fighting in the United States and was forced to accept bouts abroad for most of 1966. By refusing to respond to his name, Ali's life was filled with controversy as he struggled to regain his career as a boxer. Ali's actions in refusing military service and aligning himself with the Nation of Islam made him a lightning rod for controversy, turning the outspoken but popular former champion into one of the era's most recognizable and controversial figures. Near the end of 1967, he was stripped of his title by Professional Boxing Commission and would not be allowed to fight professionally for more than 3 years. But in 1970, Ali was finally able to get a boxing license. With the help of a state senator, he was granted a license to box in Georgia, because it was the only state in America without a boxing commission. So he returned to stop Jerry Corey on a cut after 3 rounds. Shortly after Corey, the New York State Supreme Court ruled that Ali was unjustly denied a license for boxing. So once again able to fight in New York, he fought Oscar Bonavena in 1970. After a tough 14 rounds, Ali stopped Bonavena in the 15th, paving the way for a title fight against Joe Frazier. So this fight with Joe Frazier is known as the fight of the century. They fought each other on March 8th of 1971 at the Madison Square Garden. It featured 2 skilled, undefeated fighters, both of whom had reasonable claims to this heavyweight crown. Fraser punctuated his victory by flooring Ali with a hard left hook in the 15th and final round and won on points. Muhammad Ali had such a complicated story of how he struggled to regain his name as a boxer and regain respect. Yet, he succeeded. He regained his career as a boxer and died doing what he loved. Ali has always said, "I'm not the greatest, I'm the double greatest. Not only do I knock him out, I pick the round." And he stayed true to this. Not everyone is perfect, and Muhammad Ali was no different. He made mistakes and he had major consequences for them. But he learned from his mistakes and he kept fighting to do what he loves. I think everyone can learn a valuable lesson from that. Will they ever have another fighter who writes poems, predicts rounds, beats everybody, makes everybody laugh, makes people cry, and is as tall and as pretty as me, asks Muhammad. So what do you think?